Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm excited to be here today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell for updates, and share the video. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So before we go into this video, I'd like to say that I know my past couple of videos have been bad. The sound in the videos have been bad. I apologize for this video too. I'm working on getting a lapel mic. I think it helps with the sound quality. So bear with me for some time. I will definitely, the quality of the videos will be changing as time goes on. So today we are going to be discussing or talking about the new temporary public policies on immigration processes in Canada. Now, the Minister of Immigration has announced or had announced earlier on, I believe in December 2020, that there would be a total intake of 401,000 new immigrants through the permanent residency programs. As of, I believe in January, he had announced that there's going to be a new pathways or 6 new pathways to immigrating permanently into Canada. Now, because of the COVID, Immigration Canada or IRCC cannot fast track the process of permanent residencies for people who are not currently in the country. So the new policy, public policies, actually focuses on temporary residents in Canada who qualify or who are able to apply for permanent residencies. So that's what the new temporary public policy actually focuses on. The one particular one I'll be discussing today is the policy that fast tracks the trajectory for international students who have graduated into permanent residencies or permanent residence in Canada outside of the province of Quebec. So that's what we are going to be discussing today. So as of May 6th, all international students who have graduated and have access to a work permit, that's either an open work permit or postgraduate work permit, or are working ever since they graduated before January of 2017, can apply for or qualify to apply through this new temporary public policy. I will be discussing more about that. So there are some few qualifications or criteria you need to meet before you can be able to apply for this permanent residency or permanent residence. Now, excuse me, let me just exchange PR for permanent residence so it's easier. So in this category, the first criteria you have to satisfy, or just let me state this: Canada as of this time is taking in, or the cap for this type of trajectory or pathway for international students graduate is 40,000 applicants within Canada. So that's just by the way. And also the first criteria you should satisfy is that you should have completed your post-secondary education in Canada. That's the first criteria. If you haven't, you don't qualify. That's the first thing you need to do before you qualify. Now, I'm doing this video specifically for people or students in Canada or temporary residents in Canada who would like to permanently immigrate into Canada. So this public policy actually kicks in on May 6th. That's, I believe, a day from now. The second criteria you'd have to satisfy is that you would have to have access to a work permit. That's either an open work permit or job specific or postgraduate work permit to be able to apply for this type of permanent residence or this type of PR. If you don't have access to that, that's if you've graduated from school and don't have access to a PR, you can still apply for another type of PR or a PR through another program, but not this particular one. So you should. So the first one is you should have completed for postgraduate secondary school, or post-secondary school. That's a CEGEP, college, university, any type of post-secondary school. The second one is that you should have been working or have access to a valid work permit in Canada. Those are the criteria. Those are the two main criteria. There are other criteria I'm going to talk about. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. So welcome back. I will be going into more details as to which type of degree or which type of school you should have completed to qualify for this type of PR. So excuse me if I don't look at you. I'm actually looking at my laptop, so excuse me. So I'm just reading. I took my time to write this time these criteria, so just excuse me if I'm not looking directly into the camera. So you need to have applied, or you need to have recently graduated from a post-secondary institution from a designated institution within 4 years. That's after January 1st, 2017. Thus, you need to have been authorized through a study permit to study or pursue education in Canada. So these are the schools that falls under this criteria. So it's either a public post-secondary institution such as college, trade or technical school, university or CEGEP in Quebec, or a private post-secondary school in Quebec that operates under the same rules and regulations as a public institution in Quebec, or a private or public post-secondary institution in Quebec offering qualifying program hours of 900 hours or longer that leads to a diploma of vocational studies, that's a DVS, or an attestation of vocational specialization, that's an AVS. Or the last one, a Canadian private institution authorized by provincial statuses to confer degrees under provincial laws, but only if the program of study was a degree as authorized by the province. So these are the institutions under which, if you have graduated, can apply for this type of PR, if that makes sense. So I'll be putting all these information down in the description below, so don't worry if you didn't hear me or you're not so sure. I'll be putting all this information down in the description below. So another thing that, or another criteria that you need to fulfill is that you should have been granted one of the following credentials after completing the post-secondary institution. So after completing, obviously you need to prove that you have completed any of these institutions. So you need a diploma, a degree, a certificate, or an attestation. And another criteria is that you need to be present in Canada at the time of the application within this new temporary policy framework. The other criteria is that you need to be employed with a valid work permit. I spoke about that earlier on. You need to be employed with a valid work permit or have been working in Canada with a valid work permit at the time of your application. So there are two things here. You need to be employed with a valid work permit that you currently have at the time you're applying for, or you need to have a work permit, have been working with that work permit at the time of the application. So in the second instance, you can have a work permit but at the moment are not working, but have worked with a work permit. Maybe like 6 months ago you're probably working at RBC Bank or any of these banks, but currently are not working. You do qualify for this PR, just so you know. The fifth criteria is that you should have obtained a level of proficiency of at least 5 benchmark in either official language or each of the 4 language skills areas. So this talks about either French or English. And since this pathway, this public temporary new public framework focuses on all other provinces apart from Quebec, I would suggest that you focus more on the English side. So let me just state this, that there are 6 new pathways, but I'm discussing just one of them. just one. Today I'm discussing just one of them. So just so you know, so there are other ways you can do that. I'll put that in the link in the description below, but today I'm just talking about international student graduates, that pathway. So the sixth criteria is that you need, there should be an intention to reside in a province or territory other than Quebec. I did mention in my earlier videos that there are 10 provinces and 3 territories. So the province, when you're applying for this PR, have in mind that you can't settle in Quebec or the province of Quebec once you're applying through this pathway. And the last criteria is that you should have submitted an application for PR using the forms provided by the department for this particular policy only through electronic means. However, if for some reason you can't use electronic means, you can reach out to IRCC and they will, I believe they can assist you in applying either through paper or braille or any other form. But the official means to apply for this type of PR is through electronic means. So yeah, I believe there are other things that we can discuss today. No, actually that's it. So yes, so that's it for today. Don't forget, this policy kicks in on the 6th of May 2021. The target intake for this new policy program is at 40,000 applicants, and it ends in November, on November 5th, or it ends in November 5th, or at the time the 40,000. Or so basically what happens is that by November 5th, if they haven't gotten to their cap, it is still open. But even before November 5th, if they have gotten to the cap of 40,000, this pathway is closed. So just have that in mind. Guys, I'm done for today. This was just a short video to educate you on this new public policy framework for international student graduates in Canada who would like to immigrate into Canada or get access to the PR. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell for updates, and just share this video. It is important for people in Canada or students in Canada to know the right ways or the right path to immigrate into Canada. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful week.